My name is David Sheridan. I am the owner with my wife of Weeded. It's a pizza bar restaurant in Brooklyn. At least it was before COVID. Since COVID, we kind of transitioned to all to go. It also involved changing the style of pizza. Our pizza used to be cooked at a higher temperature in a shorter amount of time, which makes it not so good for a box. So the new one is more like a classic New York crisper and that sort of stuff, and 16-inch. Been doing this now for 8 years, 7 years in a normal fashion, and then this past year has been different. Really like what we're doing. Pizza-wise, feedback from the customers is fantastic. The only problem with that is that larger pizzas take more space, and everything got bigger. So this used to be our bar. As I was explaining earlier, that used to be our dining room. It's now basically all kitchen and prep area. It's not the most efficiently laid out space, but we need probably about double of the kitchen space that we used to. It has been kind of a, it was originally how I got into pizza making, was baking bread, and then went on pause because of the restaurant, and with the pandemic, it's allowed me to flex to do some things that I was interested in. Also to see if maybe we could do a sandwich program. That's kind of the end goal. But in the meantime, we've been baking bread daily, and a small group of customers are regulars, and they kind of word of mouth have been getting out there. We do baguettes and bartards, as well as a sourdough focaccia. Don't do the services. One of the main reasons is because they're very unfair to the bottom line of a restaurant. It's up to 30% of the sale price to it. So either you have to jack up your prices, or you have to accept it as a cost. We're not a super high volume place, so it didn't make sense to me to do it. My fallback, if the to-go model didn't work, was to try to add delivery, and thankfully, knock on wood, we haven't had to do that yet. The to-go has covered our costs. We're not raking it in. We're not dying either. Customers mostly use our website. At the start of the pandemic, or the start of doing to-goes, we configured our ordering system so that way people would pick a time slot. So it's noon right now, or whatever, it's 1 o'clock. You can order a pizza for 6 o'clock right now on our website and know that at 6 o'clock when you showed up, you and maybe 1 or 2 other people would be outside, and it wouldn't be a huge line. And that's worked really well for us. And that model probably will stay even after the pandemic. Our ovens have certain capacity, our kitchen has certain capacity, and it helps, break that down in a manageable bites. It was March 16th we shut down. I think it took me a couple days for my head to stop spinning and to realize that I couldn't fix this and it wasn't going to end soon. Let all of my employees go, so at least that they could collect unemployment while I tried to figure out what we were going to do. We were lucky in that, as I was saying earlier, we had a very large collection of liquor. We had a enormous inventory compared to most bars, and I was able to dip into that and sell off the barrels of bourbon that we had purchased over the years, and some of the specialty bottles that people were seeking. And we used that to raise the money to buy all the equipment that we didn't have that we needed to purchase, and also pay off some bills, because even though the pandemic started and we closed our doors, the bills didn't stop. They kept going. It took a while. We were lucky. We did get some PPP money, which definitely helped be able to bring back my employees. We're still not at full 100%, but we're getting there.